March 17th, 11:17 a.m. Hyrule Grand Court. Defendant lobby number 3.
It's not going all that well, is it?
No, I think that we went about as well as it could have, actually, given the circumstances. We exposed the worst of the princess's testimony as untrue.
I can't believe she just makes stuff up like that.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Most
Still,
people will do anything just to feel important.
Right? Still, the issue is that we didn't manage to shake the core of the argument. If only there was anyone else in that house. Is it new character? It can't be Impa.
Okay. Hey guys, my roommate just walked in and was like, "What game is that?" It's even funnier the next time.
Oh, it keeps getting worse and worse.
It's so good. No one ever expects Ace
Zelda?
Attorney Zelda Law.
It is Ace Attorney Zelda.
It's called the Hero of Law.
Yeah, Hero of Law.
Oh. Now, there's no need to look so glum. Okay, it wasn't, but Detective, aren't you supposed to be escorting the princess back? The carriage is being prepared. I thought I'd drop by in the meantime. You've really managed to make Dragmire furious, you know. I have? If you listen carefully, you just might be able to hear him ranting over in the Persecutor's lobby.
Oh.
It was just the single he's really giving his upcoming witness a grilling. I expect him to try and shut you down as fast as he can. Well, that would be worrying if I had anything he could shut down in the first place, I guess. Oh, but you do. What do you mean? Oh, come on now. I'm talking about the princess's grand discovery, of course. The fire? I wasn't able to do anything with that. You really think it's relevant? Don't get me wrong. At present, I am convinced the girl did it. We investigated and came to this conclusion for a reason. But I'm willing to explore every possibility. That fire is definitely a bit strange, and I dare say it may be your only way out of this. If I may be so bold, I think you should press this next witness on that topic hard. As the only other person working on the ranch at the time, he is the only one who could have been there to light that fire. If he is hiding something, I think the court deserves to know. Thing is, the next testimony is about the motive. It's going to be difficult to bring up the fire again without Dragmire objecting. You'll have to make it work. As much as I don't like it, she's right. There really isn't a whole lot else going to go on here. Well, thank you. Don't mention it. One last thing. You, ranch girl.
Me?
Try not to hold that testimony against the princess. Believe me, I'm sure she was acting with the best of intentions in mind.
You know the road to the Dark Realm is paved with those, right?
Perhaps. It was definitely a serious lapse of judgment, one she will live to regret. Part of this comes from the fact that she's rather sheltered and inexperienced. After the sudden death of her older sister last year, she was thrust into the role of an heir very suddenly. That's certainly out of nowhere. That's right, the mysterious death of the firstborn Princess Zelda. That's a good gag, because all the princesses. Hyrule still grieves after the events of that day, yet no one knows exactly what happened. In the void of information, conspiracy theories run amok. People blaming the Royal Guard, the Sheikah, and even the king himself.
Also, real quick, I need to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, I know. I was actually hoping to take a break once we hit the lobby, but...
Oh, might be. The princess will soon have a whole kingdom's worth of troubles on her shoulders. For a kingdom with a history as turbulent as ours, it's a lot to handle. The princess's conduct today probably won't help with the distrust people have of the crown right now, though. She's wise beyond her years. She will learn, and she will better. I simply ask that you don't think of her as an enemy, whatever comes of this trial. She does not need more than she already has. Wow, she's so intense. I never expected to see Impa get so emotional. I guess this is why she decided to take the blame for the princess's impromptu investigation. Boop. All right, right back into it, Zance. You were the guard.
Okay.
What is it, soldier? I'm quite busy at the moment. Please be quick.
The investigation team at the ranch just sent word of a new development.
The boys are opening up in a cold one in the back. Don't worry about it.
Something about a milk shipment being returned to the ranch because of the wrong recipient address. They're asking you to come over to see it.
Oh? Those idiots. I don't have time for this. Send someone else. I have to escort the princess to the castle.
Roger.
We have all the time in the world for this.
That did remind me, though. I took this bottle of milk from a couple guards who were slacking on the job earlier. Here, ranch girl. Perhaps it'll help you calm your nerves somewhat. Not to worry, it's still unopened.
Oh, thank you.
That's nice of her. Too bad for those guards, though. Now then, I believe the princess's...
Down 1 pint.
Right? The princess's carriage should be prepared by now. If you'll excuse me.
I think I'm so nervous right now. Milk has just lost its flavor.
Huh? Lost its flavor? But Lon Lon milk is always so tasty. Are you sure it's just nerves? Let me try some.
Yeah, getting crunk before the case.
Yep. Huh? You're right. I assume this would have come from yesterday's shipments?
Probably with the investigation at the ranch, there wouldn't be any today, so maybe it just isn't as fresh.
No, I don't think so. It doesn't really taste as if it's gone bad. Also, the guard said that one of yesterday's shipments was misaddressed, didn't he? And this was all handled by Ingo, wasn't it? I think there's something odd going on. I'd better make some notes about this in the court record. Added to the court record. Lon Lon milk, added to the court record. Unity, all.
Defense! The court is about to reconvene. Escort your client back to the courtroom at once.
Isn't that what makes it Magical Games fan? That people say, yeah, we could make this in Unity, but what if I did it in Ocarina instead?
That is true, that is true.
So it comes down to this. The conclusion's approaching. Time to turn the situation around. And let's be honest, at this point, the code of Ocarina of Time is so documented, it might as well be a game engine.
Court is back in session for the trial of Malon at Lon Lon Ranch. I trust that the prosecution's final witness is ready.
Naturally, I have personally seen to it that there will be no foolishness this time around.
Hopefully his ears are intact.
As we discussed before the recess. Having established the opportunity and means for the defendant to have committed the murder, only one matter remains. The matter of motive. For, naturally, such a heinous crime couldn't be the result of mere happenstance. The prosecution believes the defendant had a deep desire that pushed her to patricide. Our next witness can shed light on the matter.
Fascinating. Very well. Please proceed.
The prosecution calls the ranch worker, Ingo, to the stand.
Of fucking course.
With the treasure chest sound. Oh my gosh.
It's funny to see Mr. Ingo in such fancy clothes. I know, it's almost like he benefits more from this than you. You know, that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Come on, phone. Cooperate with me here.
No.
Oh?
Yeah, he almost always just wears his work dungarees. It's almost like looking at a different person.
Well, I guess he wanted to dress up for court and wouldn't want to get this nice outfit dirty by working in it.
Quiet, defense.
That was my internal monologue. I haven't said anything.
Witness, state your name and occupation.
Your Honor, it's a great honorable prosecutor. My name is Ingo. I mine Lawn Ranch. Is this voice annoying enough?
Yes. It's perfect.
Give me your best wah.
Wah!
Mind? What does that entail exactly?
I'm mostly there to work on the structures and equipment. The owner and his daughter are the ones who tend the animals and take care of orders.
There's already a glaring contradiction I would like to state, because he handled that entire shipment himself doing all of this. Anyways,
How long have you been working at the ranch?
It'll be several years at this point. There have been others who came and went, but I, Ingo, have persevered through all the hardships. Sounds like he wants a medal for it.
well, he does get a bit pompous at times, but Mr. Ingo really is a great help. He built the ranch's silos single-handedly.
Whoa, that is some dedication.
Very well. Given that you're clearly an important employee, you are privy to some inside information. Is that correct?
Yes, the ranch owner shared all his big plans with me. He trusted me implicitly. I used to say that we are like a big family.
That sounds lovely.
That sounds like a red flag that you're going to be getting loads of unpaid overtime.
Evidently, not every member of your so-called family felt the same way, though. Did they?
It hurts to do this, but I have no choice. Domain expansion. I mean, hear my story, Honorable Court of Law. I don't even watch that show. Witness testimony. The matter of motive. Just a couple days ago, the owner, Talon, partly signed the ranch over to his daughter, Malin. Talon became a life tenant, with Malin meant to inherit all the assets after his death. As long as Talon lived, Malin could not sell the ranch. It's simple, isn't it? The girl killed Talon to get full ownership and leave the dingy ranch life behind. It's appalling how ungrateful she is after all that Talon did for her.
I mean, realistically, we're here to talk about motive, but like, who's left to handle the ranch? They don't have anyone to replace the ranch head. He's the only one that's worked on the ranch for years. He stands the most to gain from this happening.
Mm-hmm.
If he was really a smart prosecutor, he wouldn't have brought this man in at all.
Nope. But this is Phoenix Wright. There are no smart people.
That is true.
Oh, that's so unfair, but accurate.
Only different levels of liars.
And then there's the judge, who's the most oblivious
A literal
judge of
moron.
all time.
Like
He is a literal
dictionary
He's-
definition of moron.
He's like a kid
And I love
playing
him.
with toys, where it's just like, all right, put the square in the square.
No, like, so
Put the circle in the square. Put the triangle in the square.
He's the type of toddler who's playing with two dinosaurs, slamming them together, and then out of nowhere, it's, you know, he grabs the WWE doll and says, and then a steel chair, but it's dinosaurs.
And there you have it. Testimony from a man who just lost everything in his finest garments. It's truly tragic to witness yet another family torn apart by greed.
Well, that's a true statement.
We have
Judge
evidence.
is my
We
favorite
have.
character in Ace Attorney, and that's why. It's because
He
of how
is.
much of an idiot he is.
The man needs everything spelled out for him on like a silver platter.
Exactly.
It doesn't. You can't bring him the silver platter. He'd be too distracted by his own reflection. You need to bring him a bowl full of alphabet soup and spell it in there.
We have evidence. We have the defendant caught red-handed at the scene of the crime, and now we have a motive.
Objection! How do we know he's telling the truth?
I have, of course, verified the witness's testimony. As per the law, all inheritance documents must be filed at the Castle Town Notary office to be considered valid. I saw fit to prepare this for the trial. The prosecution would like to submit the Lon Lon Ranch inheritance document into evidence.
Mr. Ingo, why would you?
You should pass judgment now, Judge. The defense has nothing but a
Document that you just gave him.
Objection! I would like to cross-examine the witness. There are a few more details I feel are relevant. But of course, ask whatever you'd like. I, the hard-working Ingo, can handle it.
He did it.
Who done it? It wasn't me.
Very well. Very, very well, defense. Please begin.
He was distracted by his alphabet soup. Matter of motive. A couple of days ago, the owner Talon partly singly handed the ranch over to his daughter Malin. Hold it! How long ago was this exactly? 3, 4 days? I'm not sure of the exact date. Had it been planned for a long time? Talon was getting on in years. Better to take care of the matter sooner than later, eh? Alan?
He's telling the truth. Father scheduled a visit to the notary office about a week ago.
What do you mean by partly witness? A life tenant. Hold it! So Malin hadn't come to the ranch, hadn't become the ranch owner yet. What? Of course, why? Of course not. Haven't you heard all the stories making the rounds recently? So many ungrateful brats throwing their old folks into retirement homes, then the moment ownership signs to them. Talon was no fool. I myself convinced him that it was the safer option. If the girl was up to some chicanery, she could always revert his decision.
That's horrible! I'd never do that.
As much as I'd like to believe that, you did much worse by killing him. Children these days, you feed them, you raise them, and they pull the stunt like this as soon as you give them an inch over yourself.
I must concur, the younger generation is horrible.
Why did he look at me while saying that? Anyway, what that meant was... Hold it! But why would Malin want to sell the ranch right now? Why wouldn't she want to? Why would a pretty little girl like her want to work on some dingy ranch? She'd have a much better if she sold the old place and used the money to move to Castletown.
That's not true. I love working with the animals. I wouldn't leave them for anything.
Why? She's often slacking on the job, while I, the hard-working Ingo, have to cover for her. I guess the Deku Nut doesn't fall far from the tree, as they say. That Talon loved to sleep on the job, too.
Sir, you're only adding, like, bad character witness for yourself.
Very. I do recall a quite funny story about the Lon Lon ranch owner blocking the side edge of the Hyrule Castle for an entire day once. The guards couldn't wake him up. It took a particularly vocal cuckoo, apparently.
Ah, jeez. That was my chicken. Well, there you go. I'm the real reason why the ranch has such renown. Me, the hard-working Ingo.
Link, that's not true at all.
I know. But how do I stop this? It's simple, isn't it? Hold it! Do you really think Malon would go that far? I don't want to think it, but clearly the evidence speaks for themselves, don't they? Why wouldn't she just wait a few more years then? Talon was getting older. Perhaps she knew more and more work would be piling onto her. But really, how am I supposed to know? Ask her! Ugh, that's all right. Well, if Malon didn't want to work, wouldn't she have done this earlier? As Talon's only child, she'd still inherit the ranch. That's where you're wrong. For a long while, Talon planned to split the ranch between the girl and the crown. He was a patriotic man. He knew how much those horses meant to the royal guard. I wish he hadn't changed his mind now. Is this true?
Yes, Father's previous inheritance documents did work that way.
How admirable. I guess familial bonds won over his drive to help the kingdom. Truly, what a shame.
Yes. Naturally, the girl wanted the whole thing, so she bided her time.
I think this sufficiently explains the timing. Let's continue, shall we?
Objection! Wait just a minute. There's one more problem with the timing I'd like the witness to explain. Why would Malon have planned the murder on the day of the royal visitation specifically? More people around means more witnesses. You'd think she'd have chosen any other day. Oh, did I forget to mention this? I overheard Talon arguing with her that very morning. He was telling her he'd changed his mind again. He was planning to tell the king that he'd been signing the ranch over to the crown. After the visitation was over, he'd head to Castletown, change the inheritance back to the original split. What?
Despite the victim's wishy-washiness, it would appear he did make the right choice in the end. And because of that choice, if the defendant wanted to get the ranch, she had no time to waste that day.
I mean,
Is this true too?
absolutely not! Father wasn't planning to do that, and there was no argument either.
What to do about this argument then?
I mean, obviously add it to the testament.
Add it. Gotta add it.
Yeah. There was an argument about the inheritance? That sounds like an important fact to me. The defense requests it to be added to the testimony.
Ooh, hold on. Very well. Witness, please do so.
Can we review the profiles of the court record now that we have everybody pertaining to the case? Smarmy man.
Who works on the ranch?
Usually in his work clothes, and he's dressed up nicely for court. Okay. I had to.
I'd be happy to, Your Honor. Hold it. And what time did this happen? First first thing in the morning. I was heading out to the silo to start the day's work. I had just walked out the front door of the ranch house when I heard some yelling erupt behind me. Do you remember any specifics about what was said? Oh, yes. It surprised me enough that I stopped to listen for a minute. It was all like, "I'm the real sorry, Malin, but most important thing is to make sure the king will always have a steady supply of quality horses. I don't care. What about me, father? How could you do this to me? Malin, this isn't just about you. It's for the good of the entire kingdom." But what am I supposed to do? I can't move up in life if I'm stuck in a dump of a ranch forever. I thought you loved the ranch. All the animals are here, and Ingo's always around to help out with the chores too. He's pretty great, isn't he? Yeah, Ingo's awesome, but I still hate you for this. This isn't over.
Okay, could you and I mean this the politest way, Ingo. Stop stroking your own dick.
Well, he has to stroke his ego because his dick isn't long enough.
What a stirring reenactment.
I will keep my thoughts on the witness's acting skills to myself.
There's no way this actually happened, though. Malin would never want to sell the ranch.
Well, of course she'd say that now, you buffoon. Remember, she's under suspicion for murder. We can't trust a thing she says.
Well, I trust her, but the judge probably doesn't right now. And that's unfortunately what matters. Do I have anything in the court record that could be used to refute the story?
If you ask me, this whole inheritance issue could have been avoided if the crown wasn't so soft. In Gerudo Desert, there would be no question that the fortress may seize whatever it desires.
That's just messed up.
No matter. Continue your testimony, farmhand. Share with us the true nature of the defendant.
It's appalling how ungrateful. Hold it! Objection! No! You hold it! That man gave everything for her! She's gotten so many expensive presents over the years. Just look at that golden necklace she's wearing. The man spoiled her rotten. In fact, I think I saw another present he was meaning to give her on the very day he was killed. Another gift? Why, yes, a little bottle of perfume, I believe. It's horrible. Talon was such a kind man. What happened to him was despicable. Was that last statement important?
Yes.
Yes, because it was for... Your Honor, the defense wishes to add the statement about the perfume to the testimony.
Bah! What are you doing? Trying to implicate the defendant even harder?
I think it's an important detail.
The perfume is irrelevant. But I suppose the prosecution has no objections to strengthening our case.
Very well, witness. Please add what you just said to your testimony. I think you already know what to present here.
Yep. You mean this perfume? The one that was meant for the princess? Objection! Witness. What is it? Just to confirm, you say this bottle of perfume was bought from Malin by her father, correct? Huh. What else could it be for? I assure you, Talon wasn't the type to indulge in perfumes. Far from it. Well, you're wrong, witness.
Oh, is that so? Was the ranch owner truly a perfume connoisseur?
Say nothing, some big goods. Connoisseur.
They got the judge
Your
perfect
Honor.
on this.
Yeah, they did.
They got the judge perfect.
They
on
really
this.
did. No, Your Honor. The bottle of perfume was bought for the princess. Huh?
So what, Defense? Sure, it's technically a contradiction, but what does that purpose of this bottle change?
Yes, Defense. I admit I'm confused as well. Please explain why this point is important.
Is there extra stuff? I don't recognize. Okay, what is the extra stuff in the ROM hack? I'm curious. He's not there yet. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm assuming that's fun. I'm very excited to see where this goes. Earlier in the trial, Malin mentioned that Talon bought this perfume in preparation last minute. Isn't that right, Malin?
It sure is. We had a gift for the king prepared when the news arrived that it would actually be the princess making this visitation.
I take it you're one of the devs then, Jimbo? Is that what I'm getting from this?
Father quickly rode out into town to get a new gift.
This info puts one thing into question. Talon's taste in gifts.
Oh, we've already poked holes all through the princess's testimony.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
somebody's
movements.
Which goes back
Somebody's
to the fire.
movements around the ranch are put into serious doubt.
Someone's. Well, don't keep
One
us
of the
waiting, then,
animators?
Defense.
Hell yeah,
Who
you
is
did a
this
fantastic
person?
job. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, all of Ingo's front testimony slams he's been doing, I love those.
Mm-hmm. Naturally, the person whose movements are suspect are, of course, Ingo's.
Of course.
Take that! The witness himself. If you recall, this bottle of perfume, which had just been purchased, was found at the crime scene. A crime scene the witness supposedly never went to. He shouldn't have known about the bottle.
Order! Order! The defense raises a very valid point.
You simpleton! What is the meaning of this?
Well, witness, did you go to the scene of the crime at any point? No, of course I didn't. I was working in the silo all day. I remember. I saw the gift the day before the crime. The girl is lying. Talon must have gotten the gift the day before.
You're the one who's lying. Father didn't leave the ranch at all that day.
One word against another's. Defense? Do you have any way to prove that your version of events is true?
Ask the store, find the receipt, smell the perfume.
No.
I mean, receipt. I think
it's-
I'm gonna go with the receipt because
I think it's
I don't know
the perfume.
No, because the smell was the oil in the fire. I think it's find the receipt because most
Yeah.
receipts.
I
I
think
don't know
it's
if you
smell.
know this or pay attention to any.
Yeah, they
receipt
have a
at all.
date and time.
They always have
Oh,
a date
yeah,
and
that
time
is true.
stamp on them.
When you buy something, you usually get a receipt, and the receipt always shows the date of purchase. It might be at the ranch house. I say we send someone to look for it.
Father never throws receipts away. We have a drawer full of them. The perfume one should be right on the top.
I believe this idea has some merit. Soldiers, rush out to the ranch house immediately and search for that receipt. Your Honor. Yes? What is it, soldier? We have just received a receipt from the team stationed at the crime scene.
Yeah.
Very well, thank you. I shall now read it out.
There's a lot writing on this.
From Tingle's Mysterious Smells.
Oh no! Not like this!
Ah, yes, I think I've seen that store. It's that eccentric-looking place in that back alley.
Of course it's in the back.
Of course.
Where else would Tingle be?
He's right
floating
there
in the air in a balloon.
Dude, his shop is stationed right there next to the mod loader shop on OTO. I'm telling you.
You couldn't miss the blinding neon colors if you tried. It's an utter eyesore. The gall of this nobody running a monopoly on Hylian perfume is preposterous.
Perhaps, but back to the matter at hand.
The nerve of that dunderhead! Why would anyone ever shop at a store where the owner calls every other customer a fairy?
Prosecutor?
And the balloons! Oh, the balloons. That full-popped one right in my face!
Man's got some
Prosecutor Dogma!
serious feelings here.
Enough! Continuing on, purchased item. 1 bottle of Ruzy Rupee Land.
Oh, that's another good reference. Oh my
Rosie
god.
Rupee
Another
Land.
everywhere.
Goddamn game.
Not the dating sim.
Oh my, this is quite the price. Why, I would have to...
Your Honor, please. The date of purchase.
Oh, right, date of purchase. I should probably stop stalling now. Why, it's March 16th, the day of the murder. Order! Order!
Yes, we got him.
I think we're finally getting somewhere.
Bah, that still doesn't mean anything. Perhaps the witness briefly went back to the ranch house for something and saw the bottle then.
Yes, that's it. I was getting thirsty, so I went back to get a drink. I must have seen the bottle then.
Oh, come on! You think we're gonna believe that?
Do you have any proof that he didn't?
Well,
I believe this calls for further testimony. As the witness now claims to have visited the crime scene shortly before the murder, we should learn of his exact movements that day.
Ha! My movements? You should see my melee control. Well, all right. There's not a whole lot to say, though. It's unfortunate that he managed to weasel out of that. But this next testimony will be full of lies. This is my chance.